In the last video, we've taken a look at employer product tour. Now let's have a look at recruitment agencies product. So recruitment agencies are our center point. They are our suppliers. So they supply people to make money on the platform. And let's have a look at how they register on the platform. So it's a one-time process. Any new recruitment agency on our platform has to register with us and click on the button on the home page. As soon as they do that, it's a small form they have fill. It takes roughly about 2 minutes. So they fill their details like their name, email, create password, mobile, and most importantly the number of sectors they specialize in, because our AI mechanism will trigger jobs basis on their specialty sector. So the more number of sectors they add, better it is for them. And fill the form and submit. As soon as they submit, it comes onto our admin dashboard. So one of our team will review the account and approve them. So as soon as we approve them, they will be able to log into their account using the email ID password they used while registering with us. So as soon as they log in, this is the dashboard they land. So the dashboard has options like latest jobs from employers, candidates uploaded for the engaged jobs, and the engaged jobs that they're currently working on, the messages that they have sent to the client, and if they've received any will be displayed on here. So let's go through step by step. Like we saw on the employer dashboard, we have options at the top right corner where they can set up their agency profile, like how a company profile is set up by the client, the agency profile is set up by the agency. So this helps the company understand more about the agency background, the industry specialization sector, and their description and all that. So once they set up their agency profile, it will be good for them to promote themselves in the marketplace. The companies do understand the strength of the agency. So it's again a one-time process. They give as much information as possible and attach their logo and save changes. Like we saw in the previous video, agency are given a dedicated URL by Recruiting Hub, like how a LinkedIn gives a company page. So we give an agency page only to the agency. So agencies, if there are agencies who do not have a website on their own, they can use this link to promote their agency. They can describe their agency background. They can choose the specialized sector, and they also can show the employer reviews. So let's go back to the dashboard. So once they set up the agency profile, it will be published on our marketplace for the companies to review the agency when they request for an engagement. So your account is the same as employer, so they can change password, add more information about them, attach their LinkedIn URL, and attach a photo if they want. Manage users, again, a recruitment agency may have 3 recruiters, 5 recruiters, 100 recruiters. So they can create unlimited users on Recruiting Hub. That's the advantage. So simultaneously, the recruiters can log into Recruiting Hub using their agency account, and they'll be able to engage jobs and upload CVs. So this has no restriction. They can add as many users as possible. And so effective from 1st April 2020, we removed the subscription based model. So earlier it used to be an agency have to subscribe to be able to start working on requirements. So there's a monthly fee as a business development cost. But effective from 1st of April 2020, we removed the subscription based model, and for all the agencies signing up to Recruiting Hub, it's absolutely free for them to start using Recruiting Hub, and we only work on a split fee model for every successful placement. So we work on split fee. So if the fee becomes, let's say, £5,000 plus VAT, so we work on a percentage, a split fee between Recruiting Hub and the agency. So the client pays Recruiting Hub and Recruiting Hub pays the agency, and there is no upfront cost for agencies effective from 1st of April, which is a good thing. And manage notification, they can choose to switch on or switch off notifications like job alert, profile shortlist notification, candidate offer notification, candidate job application notification, and message notification. Coming back to the dashboard, so the dashboard will have 3 latest jobs on their dashboard. So but they can always view all the jobs posted by companies, and every job will carry a recruiter fee percentage. If it's a permanent job, it carries a one-time fee. If it's a contract job, it carries the day rate or hourly rate. So they know they're willing to pay £300. The agency will have a percentage on the day rate for themselves. So coming back to dashboard, so they can start engaging on the requirement looking at the job. So now I'm seeing a production manager posted by a company, and I don't get to see which company posted the requirement unless I request to work for them. And it says your request for engagement has been sent to the employer. Please wait until the client approves. So we'll have to wait until the client approves my request. So until then, I don't know which company posted. As soon as the client approves the request, I will be able to see which company has posted the requirement. So thereafter, I start working on the requirement and start supplying the people. So as soon as the client approves, let's see how it works for an employer. So this is the company that posted the requirement. Just for the demo sake, we have two demo accounts. So I see that an agency has requested. I get to see the agency background and I approve the request. As soon as I approve the request, I will be able to see the company name on my engaged jobs. So email notification comes for every activity on the account. For example, if the company approves my request, then I get an email notification to my registered email ID about the approval. So I get to know that yes, my request has been approved, and as soon as it is approved, I can get to see which company it is. Company email ID, their background, their description is displayed. So then I know for a fact that yeah, this is the company and this is the background. They start working on the requirement and start talking to candidates, and I can start submitting candidates. So submit candidate. I don't have any candidates added so far. So first thing first, they have to add the CV on the platform, and like they put the full name of the candidate, email ID, contact number, current employer, current job title, total experience, salary, expected salary, nationality, the eligibility to work in that country, notice period, location, additional information. Like if I'm talking to a candidate, I gather more information. So whatever information I gather during the conversation, I put it here so the company will understand the background of the candidate more than the CV. Upload the CV and copy paste the CV. I need to certify that I've spoken to this candidate about this opportunity and I have a consent from the candidate to upload his or her information on the system. So once I tick this and add candidate, it gets added on the platform, and from there I'll be able to upload that candidate to the job that I've engaged. So engaged jobs will have all the jobs that I'm currently working on, its status as well. So I can submit as many I can submit CVs that are allowed to submit. For example, in this case the client has requested only 3 CVs, so I know for a fact I can't keep sending more CVs. So I need to work in a manner I get the best of best candidates from the market and upload only the best of best 3 CVs. Otherwise my opportunity is lost. I can however request the company to increase the CV limit if I find the 4th candidate to be more suitable. I can always ask the company to increase the CV limit. So the best way to communicate with the company is use our messaging system. So I can always message this company and it goes directly to the company's message link, and also an email triggers to the company's registered email ID. So the communication is not lost in the middle. So I can type the message and send the message, and then it sits in the messaging folder. I'm going to show you how to add a CV, which roughly takes not more than 2 minutes. So I'm just saying dummy at gmail.com, 474 mobile number, current company, let's say test, current job title testing, experience 4 years 6 months, currently is receiving a salary of 34,000 GBP per annum, and looking at 38,000 pounds per annum, nationality British, notice period he can join in 20 days, location London, willing to relocate, additional information is good in communication. I can upload a CV, just a CV that's available with me. I need to also copy paste the CV. I'm just typing hi now. So I've added the candidate. I can submit to the engaged job now. Submit candidate. So it'll ask me which candidate. So I'll select dummy, and I need to also type the cover letter. This is the last stage of uploading the candidate. So So if you actually looked at it, took roughly about 2 minutes for me to upload a CV. So as soon as I upload a CV, it sits in the awaiting feedback folder. So the status says submitted. So that means I've submitted the CV. It is awaiting review from the client. I want to show you how it is received. If you actually look at the awaiting feedback on the employer, say dummy is received here, and I can shortlist, reject, duplicate. If I look at the CV, I look at the background, and if I like the CV, I shortlist. If I don't like the CV, I screen reject. So it'll ask me for a reason. He is not fitting into the requirement. Submit. So I've now rejected this candidate. So automatically an email comes, and I could also see the CV is rejected here, and also see the reason for rejection. It's not fitting into the requirement. So I have an access to the data. So the advantage of Recruiting Hub is the more number of CVs you upload, you can also use a platform to keep adding more CVs or where I have an access to, and use them as and when the requirement comes. So the best thing about Recruiting Hub is either I can get requirement from a client and start searching for a candidate, or I can get requirement. I have a candidate already with me, but I can search for those requirements and upload. So it works both ways. Either I can find a candidate for a suitable job, or I have a candidate and I can find a suitable job. So it's both. For example, if I have somebody in sales, I can look for sales jobs posted by companies and see and engage with that and supply those candidates. So you can use candidates alt folder to add as many CVs as possible and keep supplying them as and when there is a need. I also have a download in Excel button, so I can use this to have a track of the candidates I've added on the platform and at what stage they are in. Just to show you how it looks like. Here it is. So it gives all the information like the job title, employer, candidate name, email ID, salary, current salary, nationality, all the basic stuffs are in Excel sheet. So candidates has different folders like all is where all the CVs that I have uploaded sit. Awaiting feedback is the folder that has the candidate CV that I have uploaded so far and yet to be reviewed or given feedback by the client. Interviewing candidates who have been shortlisted. Offered candidates who have been offered. Filled are the candidates who have been who has joined the company. So this is where I make money. Rejected, obviously I can get to see the candidates that are rejected. Coming back to messages. Messages is where we communicate with clients. So I can create any number of messages and start talking to the clients via this message. If you are willing to set up a conversation with the client, you can always ask them for the contact details. So we don't stop you from dealing directly with the client. So but keep in mind that we are a platform. You are bound to our terms and conditions. We don't mind you talking to the client directly, but you can't circumvent the marketplace and go around and then directly engage with them outside the marketplace. That's not allowed. Coming back to the dashboard, feedback rating. So I can rate the companies, like how the companies can rate agencies. The agencies can rate companies, give them the feedback. And I have the preferred supplier list. So preferred supplier list is the folder where companies who have added me onto their preferred supplier list gets displayed here. So the advantage of being on a preferred supplier list is there is no waiting period for every job that the company posts. Assuming if a company has added me on to the preferred supplier list, so that gets displayed here. So every time that company posts a job and I hit the engage button, it gets auto approved. So there is no waiting period. So the more number of companies add me onto the preferred supplier list, so the faster I can engage on jobs and start supplying people. Coming to Rec to Rec, this is a recent launch by Recruiting Hub. So the purpose of Rec to Rec is to our recruitment agencies basically to help companies hire bench resources. For example, I may have client outside Recruiting Hub who may be wanting someone for a 3-month, 6-month short-term project on a contract basis. So I can be a bridge between the two companies and then supply and make my commission out of it. This is absolutely free of cost. We don't charge anything for agencies to search the bench resources uploaded by company, and you can take best advantage of this. This is in the best interest of helping companies to keep up to date on their bench resources. Coming back to the job site section, so this is something that most people confuse about. So recruiting hub is made for recruitment agencies. Recruitment agencies are our center point. We bring companies at one end, and at the other end there is no the agencies currently use LinkedIn or job boards. They buy their job postings or they buy CV database access to be able to search for candidates. Eventually we wanted our agencies to remain with recruiting hub. We give them both. We bring them business. We also take them closer to the talent market, which is where we launched our job site exclusive to recruitment agencies. So this is that section where I can search for the database of candidates registered on our homepage directly. If you actually look at our homepage, there is a candidate section. So we allow the candidates also to register their CV on our platform. So we give that database only to agencies. We don't give the candidates database that registers on our website directly to the employer. If you actually look at the employer login, there is no such option. Only the agencies have the option to search our database. So keeping in mind, eventually when we have our database grow, recruitment agencies will get business through recruiting hub. They will also get candidates. So it's just that they have to do the matchmaking, and we have country wise search. So I have CVs coming from UK, all over the globe. So basically they can take advantage over this database access to be able to search for profiles. At the moment there are only 2000 CVs, but then eventually we will have more CVs, and this is absolutely free of cost. So why not take advantage over it? Post jobs, basically we allow the recruitment agencies to advertise their jobs on our job site. Actually look at our homepage. There is an exclusive job site that connects our recruitment agencies and job seekers. So just to make it clear, we are not a job board like Reed, Indeed or Total Jobs. We are a job board just for recruitment agencies, and we are purely a B2B marketplace connecting companies and agencies. So this section is basically for connecting the agencies and job seekers. So job seeker visit this platform to be able to search for jobs and apply for the jobs. These jobs are only posted by recruitment agencies. So this is where they post the job. So you can post any number of jobs for free and take advantage over the traffic of the job seekers coming to this job site section. So, and it doesn't cost you anything. So post as many jobs as possible, and you can select the country, so it gets displayed basis on the country selection here. This is absolutely free again, so you can take advantage over the job site, and even if you get like one or two best matching candidates via your job posting on our platform, it's a great value. So even if you get one conversion, it's roughly about 3,000 4,000 pound, which is great. So you can post any number of jobs, and by filling this job posting form, it takes roughly about 2 minutes for a experienced recruiter working for an agency to post jobs, and we give them the applicant tracking software to be able to see the responses received for the job posted. They can also manage the jobs. So this section is completely free of cost for an agency, and this is the value we create for our agency. So you can further to know more about the whole of this, you can visit FAQ section on our homepage, which can be found here. So FAQs will have answers to most of your questions, but this is an initiative to take you through the product. Most of them do not know what it is before they register. So hence we thought we'll do a product tour about what it takes for an agency to sign up and what they get after signing up is what is this video about. I hope you found this video useful, and also browse through more about the platform on there and the job site. And we wish you all the luck in your recruitment business, and hope we look forward to your registration, and then we wish you all the success in your business. Thank you.